Wilson. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated, sir. Have a seat, please.
Ms. Trojan, you claim a loan to the defendant in the amount of, what is it, $500?
Yes, that's correct.
The loan was in order to pay certain court costs and fines involving an arrest that the defendant had had. Was that arrest for domestic violence?
Yes.
Okay. Very good. That was a fast yes, easy. The defendant acknowledges the fact you paid for the fines and court costs. Is that right? You admit that she gave you the money.
Yes.
But you say it was not a loan. There was a reason that she gave you the money.
Yes.
I'm ready to hear it.
Okay.
What kind of case?
Terrorists making annoying phone calls, making threatening phone calls.
What kind of case did you have?
It was for making annoying phone calls.
Harassment.
Harassment.
Can I see what you have there,
Yes.
please? Making harassing phone calls to whom, Miss Trojan?
It was an ex-friend of mine also.
Male or female?
Male.
An ex-boyfriend of yours?
No, not a boyfriend.
So she had a pending case.
Yes, that I was her only witness to. And after we determined after that that...
Now look at me. Don't look down there.
I'm sorry, baby.
Look.
Oops. My apologies.
Try to keep it together, Miss
You got
Wilson.
it. My apologies.
You had a domestic violence case,
Yes.
which you were fined. You hadn't paid them, so you were going to be arrested.
Something like that.
Something like that. It's close enough. She gave you the money. Now you're telling me that the reason she gave you the money is because she had a pending case, and you were subpoenaed as a witness to testify in her case.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And at the same time, at the exact same time that her case was going on, I had a progress report due for my case. Every so many months I would have to come to court and show progress on my payments to the Neighborhood Family Center where I took my domestic violence classes. And for her case, her attorney, this very same day that I was going in, that I made the $400 payment, was the very same day that her attorney called her and told her about my case and asked her questions about why I don't know, because they were trying to impeach me as a witness for on the prosecution. And when Christine intervened, and she was trying to secure that I was not going to be impeached as a witness for her, which I don't know why she came up with this, but she thought better for me to pay my entire balance on my fines than to have a reason for them to I don't
lie, Your Honor.
It's not a lie. You know it's not a lie. Excuse me.
Okay. So let me try to put
I never came to her to ask her for...
Let me try to put this succinctly. Your defense is she paid this money so that when you were called as a witness in her harassment case, the people, the prosecutor, would not be able to impeach you as a witness by demonstrating that you hadn't paid appropriate court costs and fines on your other case. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I thought that's what you just told me. And therefore she, on her own volition,
Yes.
took it upon herself to pay the court costs and fines, which were how much?
To give herself peace of mind. She gave me $400, and I have receipts.
She gave, just a minute, so she gave you the money.
No, she gave it to Sheila, the director of the Neighborhood Family Center.
So she didn't give you the money, she gave it to Sheila.
She went with me that very night and took me, yes. Yes,
Gave it
ma'am.
to Sheila.
Yes, ma'am.
That's another lie, Your Honor.
Okay. Now you tell me, Miss Trojan, your version of why you paid this money for her.
And the fine,
When did she do that?
it was in the later part of April, I believe.
Go ahead.
And she asked me if I would loan her the money, because at this time I had just recently...
Where were you when she asked you?
I was at her apartment.
Go ahead.
And regarding the case that she's talking about...
No.
Okay.
You were in her apartment and she said to you...
Well, let's go back a little bit. When I drove her home one day. I was dropping her off at her apartment. There was a LA County Sheriff's vehicle out in front of her apartment, and as we were going down the street, she grabbed my arm and said, "Don't turn, keep going." And so I kept going. She had me parked down the street, and then she asked me to go to her apartment to see if the sheriffs were there for her. And I said, "What's going on? What have you done?" And she said, "Well, I have this outstanding I have this case and I have monies are due, and she goes, and I'm worried that they're there to pick me up on that because I haven't paid my fines. And so I went to her apartment, and when I walked over to her apartment, the sheriffs were already gone. So I came back, and then she had gotten out of my car and came, and then we went up to her apartment, and then that's when she had asked me if I could loan her the money to pay off these fines.
Tell me about the whole conversation. Did any part of the conversation have to do with your upcoming case?
No, because at that time I was going through my court case, but it hadn't even gone to trial yet, and I was taking it to trial. So I didn't have an idea that she was going to.
What happened at the trial?
Well, I have the paperwork here, Your Honor, if you'd like to see it.
Just tell me, and then I may look at it. What happened?
Well, at the time I was going to court on it, and it hadn't gone to trial yet. So
You told me that already. I asked you what happened when it went to trial.
It went to trial, and then she was a witness for me, and I ended up losing the case.
So you were convicted?
I was convicted.
So she's not a very good witness?
No.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. Christine Trojan says former friend Shira Wilson owes for an unpaid loan for court fines. Shira says she never asked Christine for the money.
I'd like to see the paperwork on her case.
Sure.
Yeah. Sitting there and laughing to... Shh, quiet. What do you do for a living?
I'm in sales.
What's your name?
Carrie Wagoner.
What kind of sales are you in, Mr. Wagoner?
Internet.
You have a company of your own?
No.
So you work for somebody else?
Yes, I do.
So tell me what you know about this money that was paid... About the money that was paid by the plaintiff on the defendant's behalf.
No problem. Well, first of all, it wasn't $500 that she's suing for. It was $400. Second of all, if Shira came to her in April for the money, the court fines were paid in March, a month earlier.
Listen to me. There is no contest, Mr. Wagoner. Stop. Put your hand in front of you.
I'm sorry.
Put your hand in front of you. There is no question, there's not an issue as to the fact that the money was paid by the plaintiff on the defendant's behalf, whether it was in March or April. So that doesn't make any difference. Do you understand?
Sure.
What else do you have to contribute?
Well, the fact is that Christine came to Shira about her case because they had the same judge. She was paranoid that... She was paranoid.
Were you present, Mr. Wagner?
No, I was not.
Then you may be seated, sir.
Your Honor.
Speak not, I'm reading. What is this motion to exclude defense witness? Is that her?
Yes. No. Yes, I was her only witness. They were trying to have me impeached for whatever reason.
Excluded.
Whatever.
Not impeached, excluded.
Yeah, that's the word. My apologies.
Did you ultimately testify?
Yes.
Yes, she did. Okay. And that statement in there does not... it's not for her. It's for a totally different witness on the plaintiff's side.
Okay. Tell me about the case that you were convicted of, Miss Wilson.
I threw a hairbrush at my boyfriend. He threw it.
Where did it injure him?
Above his forehead.
Was this the first time that you'd been taken into custody on a domestic
Absolutely.
violence complaint?
Yes, on any account.
Okay. Are you living together now?
Still are, yes.
Oh, good for you. So that the only one who's had any money as a result of this lover's squabble is her. Is that right?
Correct.
I have a history. I can show you the history of me. My payments to the courts were under control. I had no need to...
Just a second. I assume that you were making the payments to the court because you knew you had done something wrong. Is that right?
I was making the payments because I had an outstanding balance for the classes.
Because you had done something wrong, you pled no contest, which is equivalent to a plea of guilty.
Right, absolutely.
And you were making your payments.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Because you did something wrong.
Yes.
So you had to be punished.
Yes.
And you had to be punished by going to classes for which you had to pay, right?
Correct.
And in addition, pay certain court costs because you ate up the court's time with your nonsense,
yes,
and you got charged for that,
yes,
right?
ma'am.
Right? Yes, now, what kind of statement does it make, Miss Wilson, if somebody else is punished for you? Listen to me. What kind of statement does that make for you? That is almost like saying, she should go to jail for me because she wanted me to do something So she'll go and do my time. I can pay somebody to do my time. I don't have to go to jail myself as punishment.
No,
if I can get somebody else to do it, that's terrific.
I was very proud of the fact that I have been able to take care of all my
Great! Then that's what I want you to do. You're going to feel absolutely terrific, Miss Wilson, because you're going to complete the payment of your fine.
No.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $400. That's
Thank
all.
you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
The reason the friendship's bad is not because of the case. It's because I lent her $100. She's never paid me back.
Shira Wilson has never taken responsibility for anything in her life.
We went to Havasu after that. We went
the
to,
loan.
she gave me the money. We went to Havasu. We went to Moronga. We've gone.
She
out of
promised me a number of
Palm
times to pay me
Springs.
certain dates and times. She never did.
No, I don't owe them any money.
That's why she hasn't been by. That's why the friendship went bad. Not because of them, because of her and me.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Simon versus Calverledge, step forward, please.
25-year-old grant writer Jennifer Simon is suing her ex-roommate, 24-year-old designer Katie Calverledge, for breaking their apartment lease. Katie says she moved out because Jennifer has a temper.
All right, let's get some stipulated facts here so that we can move on with this case quickly. Miss Simon, the defendant was a roommate of yours in a shared house.
That's correct.
And according to you, she left 1 month prior to her agreed tenancy,
Yes.
owing some $900 in rent.
Yes.
The defendant says that while she did agree to remain initially agreed to remain as a roommate and share expenses for the month of January, she was forced to move out because of the behavior that was going on in the house.
Yes.
And you also say, Miss Simon, that when she left some of her personal property there that was there during the month of January in 2003.
That's correct, making the room unrentable.
Okay. Why did you move out?
I moved out because the behavior that I was dealing with, living with them in the apartment, was
tell me about
unreasonable.
Tell me about the behavior.
Loud, fighting, screaming, physical fighting.
Who was fighting?
Jen and her roommate Amit.
Tell me about it.
I would come out of the shower at 8 o'clock in the morning and there would be screaming and fighting in the hallway. It generally consisted of Jen trying to strike Amit and he would try to hold her back. And it was...
And how many times did this happen?
Probably 15, 20 times.
Okay, and when did you speak to her about it?
The first week of November, last week of October, I spoke to both of them at the same time, and I told them the reasons I was unhappy living there, that being one of them, and that if it continued and if I continued to feel uncomfortable living there, I would go back to our original agreement, which was to move out the end of December.
Did they agree to that?
Yes, they acknowledged I was upset and that that was my wishes.
No. Did they agree to the fact that they would allow you to modify your rental agreement with them?
Yes.
Is that correct?
No, I don't remember. Amit and I tend to fight sometimes.
Is he your boyfriend?
No, he's not. We've been friends for a long time, but I don't recall the conversation that she's talking about, nor do I ever remember talking about a different move-out time. Our lease ended January 31st, and we were all supposed to live there until January 31st.
Can I ask a question?
Of who?
Of Jen.
No, you asked me.
Can I
I'll
ask you a question?
Yeah, you can ask me.
When I originally moved in, I was told that the lease ended December 31st,
That's true.
not January,
I was taking a shorthand, a bit
Okay.
of a shorthand.
Okay.
Originally, the lease was up the end of December, but then you all agreed to extend it until the end of January.
Yes.
That was by agreement, so I made a shorthand. Now, when after October and November were you subjected to the kind of behavior that forced you to move, and did you in fact tell Miss Simon that you were moving?
Yes.
What reason did you give her?
I told her that I did not appreciate being witness to the fighting. There was
When did you tell her that?
the first week of November.
No. After that, you stayed November. You
Oh, the
stayed
first week of
December.
December. The first week of December, I told her my father was coming to town to move my things out the following week, the second week of December.
Is that correct that she moved her things out in December?
She packed up some of her things. Her father did come in mid-December. However, I was of the understanding that it was because she would be gone in Europe for 2 weeks in January. She told us that she would be coming back after the 2-week vacation for the last 2 weeks in January, and she would live with us the last 2 weeks. Her father took some boxes, but she left her bed, she left her dresser, she left several boxes in her bedroom, in addition to several things in the family room and the kitchen.
Did you leave your bed?
No.
I don't believe that.
There's a futon mattress.
Whatever it is that what you slept on?
Yes.
She left
Okay, just a second. Don't play with me. So you left your bed. Did you leave a dresser?
No, it was not my dresser. The dresser was there when I moved in.
Had you been using it?
I had used it.
Okay. Did you leave anybody ever come back to get the chair in the microwave?
No, she never took the chair or the microwave. She had a cousin come the last week in January. She moved the bed to the curb, and she took some of the boxes with her, and she tried to move every...
Just a second. Did you know this cousin?
No, we had never met her before.
A female?
Yes.
What's your cousin's name that came to...
I didn't have a cousin come.
Who came?
My friend Jennifer, came with me.
So your friend came with you and you moved out what?
I moved the mattress out and I gathered up my box, my one box that I had discovered that she had moved into.
Where did you find the box?
It was in that room.
In that room. And what month did you move out the futon and the box?
It was January 16th.
Then you owe her for the month of January. Cookie. You don't leave your stuff, which you did, and expect somebody else to pay your rent. If you, in fact, moved out because of problems that you were having, then you moved out. Your father was there. He was there with the car. He takes all of your stuff and he moves out. And you take your futon and you take your box and you take your microwave and you take your chair and you move out. You don't play with me. So you owe her $735, which is rent and your share of the bills. Take care of your obligations. That's all. Step out.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Now, this is case number 524 on the calendar in the matter of Peters versus Peters. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated, sir. Have a seat, please.
Mr. Peters, the defendant is your former wife.
Correct.
How long were you married?
6 years, I believe.
And you have a child?
Yes.
Shh. One child?
Yes.
How old is your child?
13.
How long have you been divorced?
Since 96.
Are you remarried?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you remarried?
No, ma'am.
According to your complaint, Mr. Peters, you were being a nice guy and a good ex-husband and a good father, at least with regard to this incident, because Mrs. Peters was moving. She needed a place to stay because you had sold a house. They had to move. You called your former husband and told him about your situation. He and his wife were going to be away. He told you you could come and stay in his house. Is that right?
They weren't away. He was living out of the country.
He wasn't there.
That's correct.
And he said, until your new place is ready, you can come and stay in my house.
That's correct, Your Honor.
With our son. Very nice of him. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Because, Mrs. Peters, by the time this case is over, you and I are going to know each other very well. And I want you to disabuse yourself of any inclination not to tell me exactly what happened. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because there are certain things that make sense and there are certain things that don't make sense. And if it doesn't make sense, it's usually not true. Do we understand each other?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good. According to your complaint, Mr. Peters, what was supposed to be a couple of weeks turned out to be a little bit longer than that, but it was okay with you.
Correct.
You were not home at the time, but when you came home, you found a substantial number of items missing from your house.
Yes.
What items were missing from your house, Mr. Peters, that were there when Mrs. Peters and your son moved in?
The built-in dishwasher was missing.
Dishwasher?
The stove was missing. The built-in microwave cabinet was missing. My bedroom set was missing. The vacuum cleaner was missing.
So we have a dishwasher, stove, a microwave cabinet, a bedroom set. Bedroom set consisting of bed and what?
Just with a mattress and frame and the bed itself.
So we're not talking about a bedroom set, we're talking about a mattress.
Correct.
Okay. Anything else?
I had some heirlooms originally when we got divorced that she had, and I wanted them to stay within the family. And a couple other times she had been at my house and saw the broiler and she wanted to take that, so I let her use that. Then when I did go to her house to help her move things into storage...
You're getting away from me, sir.
Well, I'm saying all this was missing, and she had sold it in a garage sale.
Well,
My vacuum cleaner, my broiler, and...
Were there other things that were missing from the house, or is that the list of things that was missing when you came home?
That's...
Pretty much it?
Yes, ma'am.
Where are his things?
Your Honor, we did not remove any of those things from the home.
I didn't ask you whether you removed them from the home.
I do not know where the items are.
Really?
Yes, ma'am.
When you moved into his house, was there a dishwasher there?
Yes, there was.
When you left his house, was there a dishwasher there?
Yes, Your Honor, there was.
When you moved into his house, was there a stove?
Yes, Your Honor.
When you moved out of his house, was there a stove?
Yes, Your Honor.
So I assume if I asked you all the rest of these questions about all the rest of the items, you would tell me they were there when you moved in and there when you moved out.
That's correct.
What date did you move out?
December 10th.
And what date did you come home?
January 6th.
And what
Possessions in the home as well. My son's futon, a TV, some other items, because we did not have a moving truck to move them.
Yes.
And whether or not those items were still there or not, I'm not. They were there when we left as well. I took my son's clothes, their computer for school.
When you came home, was there any evidence of a break-in?
No, Your Honor.
Was the front door locked?
No, Your Honor, it was unlocked.
It was unlocked. And you personally saw that. You were the one who entered your house first.
Yes.
What did the house look like when you came home?
It was a disaster, Your Honor. There was about 200 pounds of dog poop all over the house, urinated all over the carpets.
Who has dogs?
Dog food. She has a dog and a cat. She brought the dog with her to my house.
My dog was with me, Your Honor, but it wasn't like that when we left. And he said there was dog food all over the kitchen. There was not when I left.
Who is this gentleman?
This is her nephew.
Does he have any information, or is he just here for...
No, he's a witness, Your Honor.
Oh, step up. Tell me your name.
Mark Cherry.
Mr. Cherry.
The stove, the microwave, a couple weeks before she left, and then 3 or 4 days before.
Hold on a second. What do you mean she told you to sell?
She said if she knew, I wanted to know if I knew anybody who wanted that stuff or wanted to buy a stove or microwave, stuff like that. And then
Where were you when she told you that?
in the house.
You were over there visiting?
Yeah.
Any particular reason, or was it just socializing?
I was just over there, just stopped by. It's not like we don't talk.
And she said to you, do you know anybody who wants to buy a dishwasher and a stove?
Yeah, she told me anything that anybody needed could sell it, and then 3 or 4 days before she left, it was like too late. She just told anybody wanted anything, they could take whatever they wanted.
Who did she say that to?
She told me that.
Now I'm waiting to hear you.
Your Honor, when Mr. Peters left, he told, as you see in my statement, he was trying to get rid of these items. And yes, I did, but I did not sell anything. I did not give anything
Did you
away.
tell anybody that they could come on over?
I did not say it was a
I don't
free
believe
for
you.
all. Okay.
I don't believe you. You want to know why I don't believe you? Because he owes you money, according to you. That you put in your answer. You say he owes me child support. And this was a really good way of being nasty. And that's what you did. You opened up the door and you said to your family, to your friends, whatever, if you want to pay, fine. If you don't, come and get it. That's really nasty.
I'm not that way with him, Your Honor.
Well, let us assume you didn't, but I believe you did. You're still responsible because the house was left in your care. And if the place was trashed, and it was trashed according to him, and items were missing on your watch, either way you're responsible. And the reason, by the way, Mrs. Peters, because I was going to say to you, because I read your papers, and it just didn't seem right to me. Here was a guy who says, I'm going to do a nice thing to my ex-wife. I'm not going to tell her to take my kid and go to a hotel, to go someplace else. My house is empty. Come and use my house. It's okay. But he's remarried, you're not. You're moving, he's not. He's in a house, you're not. I mean, all those things go through your mind, and I don't see any reason why your nephew would lie, do you?
No, Your Honor, I'm not saying he's lying.
Oh, you're not saying he's lying? Well, he just said that you told everybody that they could come and take what they want.
Not in those exact words, no, Your
Those
Honor.
were pretty much the exact words. It was an open house.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And later today, Thomas Peters claims ex-wife Gloria Peters stole belongings from his home while he was on vacation. Thomas says she cleaned him out.
You have photographs of this house, the way the house looked?
Yes, ma'am. I have
I'd like to
before
look at it.
and after pictures, both. And the before picture is actually from a real estate company in September, and she moved in October. So and left in. Those are the before, and these are the after.
Well, before it was a nice house.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all can see the plumbing is gone. All the light fixtures are gone. Ceiling fans are gone.
Carpets destroyed.
The plumbing under the sink was gone when I got home.
The front door to his bedroom's on my other aunt's house.
Yes, I went over there and found my stuff in her sister's house. When I walked in, she was vacuuming with my vacuum.
You're not a nice person, Mrs. Peters. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount requested, $3,000. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I'm just happy it's over.
Just glad this is all over with. It's been a long time coming.
We've been in and out of court for the past 10 years.
Just trying to get her to admit what she did was wrong.
I did not take the items.
I walked in and everything was gone. Tried to turn on the lights. There's no lights. There's no light fixtures. There's nothing.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Panaccio versus Hardy, step forward, please.
25-year-old personal trainer Joseph Panaccio is an unpaid loan to pay rent.
Mr. Panaccio, you claim a loan to the defendant in the amount of $1,000. According to your complaint, she paid you back $100. She owes you the rest.
Correct.
The defendant says she's paid you back part of it in cash. Part of it is from a sweater that she said a dog of yours destroyed. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. When did you make this loan and why?
I made this loan about December 15th. She
Of
needed
what year?
2002. And what I did was she needed a favor for me to loan her the money, the $1,000. I'm a personal trainer, so a lot of times I get paid cash, so it's not unusual for me to have $1,000 to $1,500 in my house, so I paid her the money.
What does she need the money for?
Rent.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Time kept passing and passing. After Christmas, I got a hold of her on the phone, and she agreed to write up a statement saying that she paid me $100 out of the $1,000. She owed me $900, balance due by January 15th, 2003, which was never paid. And every time I talk to her...
Can I see the note, please?
Yes. Every time I call the defendant, she just keeps telling me to take her to court. She don't care. Whole lot of swearing and cuss words, so I had no other choice but to take her to court.
Where were you when she signed this?
At her house.
When was it signed?
December 28th, I believe.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's about right.
What was he doing at your house?
He had stopped by my house like 4 or 5 times looking for me because we'd had a conversation, and he let me borrow the money on November 28th. That's when I got the money from him, and I told him that I was going to try and have it back to him by the 15th of December. But my new job, I didn't get paid. They were having some problems with the payroll, and I explained this to him, and I said, I'm really sorry, I'm not going to have the money for you, but I do have $100, and I gave him that before he went to Boston. So when he got back from Boston, which was after Christmas, he had stopped by my house, and he had asked my neighbors where I was, and he was looking for me. And he was flipping out, like, where have you been? I see all these boxes outside. I thought you were moving out. I thought you were skipping town on me, paying me back your money. So I said, you know, if it's going to make you feel better, I already offered to sign something for you. I will sign something that says I owe you this money. And that's when we did that.
Okay. Now, you say that you gave him back more than $100.
Yes, I have.
When?
I paid him $200 in cash. She drove me to his house, and I gave him $200 in cash on December 31st, 2002.
You forgot about that?
No, I didn't forget about it. Her statements are false. That was never happened. She paid me $100 and that was it. If she paid me anything else than that, I would have written it up and done it the right way.
After I paid him the $200, I called him the next day because I'd remembered about the note that I signed, and I said, look, Joe, you know, we should keep up with this and sign things. And he's like, oh, you know, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to offend you by having you sign something. I threw that paper away. It's not like that. I was just nervous because you hadn't paid me any money, and it was supposed to be due on the 15th, and I said, fine, that's fine. But she was there. She saw me give him the money, and then...
Tell me your name.
Jamie Harris.
What do you do, Miss Harris?
I'm a waitress.
How do you know the defendant?
I'm her roommate.
Tell me about what you saw on the 31st of December.
I drove her over to Joe's house, and I asked her where he's going to be. He walked outside. I pulled into the parking lot, and he came out and leaned into my car window. She handed him the money. I saw him count $200 in his hand, and then he asked us what we were doing later on that night, what we were going to do for New Year's Eve, if we wanted to hang out, and that he would call us later, and that whenever she had any more money, whenever it wasn't a big deal, just give it to him as it comes.
Her statements are false, and if I ever did call her, all she would do is swear and say, take me to court, I don't care, take me to court. That, you know, that's all I ever got out of her.
What other money did you give him?
I think it was January 14th, whatever the Saturday was, 2 weeks after that day. I paid him another $250, but I have school on Saturday, so I told him that he could come by my house and pick it up, and either Jamie or my brother would be home. And he came over that day. He called me after he picked up the money and said, thanks, I got it from your brother, and I'll have the other money. You know, just call me and let me know when you want to pay me some more money. And I said, fine, that's fine. I should be able to pay you before the end of this month. And he said that that was fine.
It's a totally false allegation. I would also like to admit into evidence I have a message that she left on my cell phone that I had recorded.
That says what?
Just her swearing and saying, you know, I owe you the money and
I'd like
take
to hear
me to
that.
court.
Give it to Bird because I can't hear from back there.
Okay, what you want to do is you want to hit this play button 2 times.
2 times.
Correct.
Saved message Wednesday, January 29th, 7:54 p.m. So I think that you're on crack. Like, you must be insane. You just called me and yelling like you're going to take me to court and it's all a song and dance and talking the most. And then you're going to call me back and tell me what you're doing tonight. Who cares? If you want to take me to court, then take me to court. I don't give a... I already told you that. Do what you have to do. But I'm not going to have you, like, ruining my nights by calling me and yelling and talking to me, because I don't need that. So, if you want to meet tomorrow and get your money, then that's fine. But don't be calling me talking.
Which never happened, Your Honor. I mean, she never paid me the money.
I was at home when he came by and picked up the money, the $250 from her brother, and I was also there on many, many phone occasions when he called her yelling.
There's no question that he did call her because she's calling you in response to you making a phone call to her, sir.
Well, yeah, I kept calling her, but I would never get a response back.
Okay. Now, even if I believe you, you still owe him $400.
When we were dating, I was at his house and his dog ate my sweater, and I told him that, you know, that's $200 sweater, you're going to need to replace that. And he said, he was laughing, and he said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean for that to happen. So
where'd you put your sweater?
He put it on the floor.
Where were you?
We were sitting on the couch, and he's like, here, let me put your sweater. I guess he meant to put it on the coffee table, but it fell on the floor, and then his dog ate it.
Listen, madam.
So, here's the sweater.
Watch out for your own sweater. The dog wasn't hiding anywhere. The dog was out, right?
No, but he agreed to pay for it. We had a verbal agreement, and he said, I'm sorry, I'll replace it.
Stop it. Stop it, please. Mr. Panaccio, why would you, I want you to think very carefully, why would you keep calling her about this money instead of just taking her to court?
Well, I thought we could handle this case without having to go to court, you know, because then I would have to go down to the courthouse and file, and now it's going to cost me money for court costs. And
when did you stop dating her, sir?
We never really dated. We were basically friends for a couple of years, you know, good friends. And
I'm not sure whether I believe that, sir.
Okay.
You're at her house, she's at your house. When did you stop being friends?
We stopped being friends maybe November 15th.
That was before you gave her this money?
Yeah, because we're still good friends, like I said.
Miss Hardy, you owe him $400. Pay him. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $400. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.